Monday Night Weekly last week and took a set off of K9.
Okay.
So he's over here playing in Genesis versus Pike. I know he's a SoCal player. I haven't seen him before. It looks like he's a Rob main. Now, interesting fact is Q also has Rob as a secondary, so he does have a lot of knowledge about how the character works.
He definitely seems to know what's going on with that gyro. He's getting in there.
He's getting in there, and he's picking it up a lot of times. And Q has been playing Pac-Man for like 2 years, and like through most of that period, he was just saying, this character is terrible, but after 2 years of playing the same character, you learn a lot of setups, and Q has become one of my favorite players to watch in NorCal. As a result, and I hope to see some of those setups here today against Pike. That is just my open NorCal bias.
No, I mean, that's quite all right. I definitely see a couple interesting things coming out, but Pike is taking his time. Look at the power shield on this man.
Wow. Okay, Pike is clearly no stranger to the Pac-Man matchup, having such confidence to wait in place and block both of them.
Yo, where are these Pac-Man and these Robs on the East Coast? You come over to the East Coast, nobody's going to know what to do. Like, what's happening here?
West Coast, we play too much with our heart, man.
I respect it.
Oh, wow.
What? Oh.
The Galaxian beating out Rob there.
He's got it still.
And right now using it to damage.
Oh, this is crazy. Look at the shield pressure.
And he has the gyro too. He creates that. Oh my gosh. He's juggling 3 items at the same time
he's like,
now.
I can play both my characters at the same time.
Thank you, Rob.
Oh, Pike doesn't care. Pike is like, I only need one move.
I mean, you've been buzzing around me so much. Why don't you eat these jets for a bit?
He swatted him out of the air like a fly. He said, don't call me a ghost.
And
Where's your big dot at?
I will say Pike does seem to understand the very core essence of playing against Pac-Man, because the #1 thing Q complains about is Pac-Man's grab. It's just utterly atrocious. You never want to toss that sucker out in neutral. And look how often Pike is blocking, because he knows Q just absolutely does not want to go for a grab. So eventually what Q will have to do in the set is he's going to have to go for it. He has to show at least, I know that I have this button, even though it might not pay out. Even if you get hit by it, you at least show your opponent you're willing to do it.
Exactly. You can't let them just think the option is offline. You need to put some sort of intimidation so that they start covering the option at all. Because if you just take out grab from the options that you think are worth covering, it just makes block way too powerful. Got ourselves a little bit of a hydrant war here. Pike wins out on that one.
Pike covers that with the up smash.
That was almost it.
Yeah.
That rage up smash almost just knocked him out of the game.
Oh, you saw Q try to escape right there with the up B, but he still gets caught out of it before the trampoline puts him out of range. Wow, Pike just keep tossing that top down. Oh, if that back air had landed, that would have been it, but that one will.
2-stock from Pike. And I got to say, that 2-stock was amazing because Q wasn't exactly sitting there not doing anything. By the way, isn't it so interesting that Rob's icon looked a little bit like a Q? Okay,
yeah.
whatever.
I think
that's a tangent, guys.
That's maybe why Q was tempted to pick up Rob. For the longest time, he's saying Rob is the best character. Rob is the best character. Maybe it's just because the icon is a Q.
Yeah, look right behind Rob, like right to the left of him.
Yeah.
See, it's a Q.
It's like an upside down Q.
No, but it actually has a spike coming out the bottom.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a Q with like a laser in it. And Pac-Man is just like, he's winking at him. He's like,
oh man, is he gonna go for the Rob mirror?
Yo.
Is he gonna go for the Rob mirror? Oh, he changes his mind. Okay.
He was trolling.
Yeah.
He said, Kappa.
So it looks like Duck Hunt. Okay. Now, yeah, what I'd like to see is what we were talking about earlier. At least one grab attempt, even if it's at 0%, so you don't even get anything off of it. Just show you have this button, because that was why he couldn't do anything to Pike near the end of that stock. Pike just kept blocking everything.
These setups are ridiculous. How do you deal with that pressure?
I mean, you just keep blocking and praying, I guess.
The worst thing is, like, Pike's shield game is ridiculous. He power shielded literally 3 attacks, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was like...
I feel like that's where a lot of Q's strength comes from, is that people aren't familiar enough with Pac-Man to usually get all those power shields, so their shield actually does diminish during all those big setups. But if he doesn't have that, then he doesn't really have much of an answer to shield anymore.
I'm trying to find an appropriate joke for this dog hydrant interaction, but I'm going to just let it be. Needless to say...
Oh, no.
Needless to say, it's very interesting.
Oh, man. Now Pike catching the Pac-Man's own items. Trying to use them against him, using the hydrant as well. And that's, like, honestly the big difference between these two players. Pike keeps getting his power shield, but Q doesn't get his. And it ends up resulting in Pike getting a lot more pressure.
Pike looking for his pressure opportunity right now. I like the fair that he took. Ooh, 6 setup.
Oh, that was so nice. Top into dash forward, up smash. I don't know what Q's looking for with that bell. He doesn't even get the chance to grab it. Pike swats him away from being able to pick it up again. Oh, okay, good use of the top. Yeah, forcing Pike to air dodge that ledge and reads the roll get. That was a Rob setup.
I was about to say, he used the same setup against him. He was like, yo, I know how to do that.
This is on my secondary. I have this as muscle memory.
Oh, the hydrant fake out while it was still bouncing caused Pike to miss his power shield and then actually get hit by the hydrant drop. That was very impressive.
I really would like to see more timing mix-ups as being the way to get through Pike. Since he's been power shielding so much, that also means his shield is only up for a window.
Yeah, but you also have to recognize that a lot of Pac-Man's approaches and projectile-based pressure is very reactable. You know, it's not like you can really do a timing mix-up on a slow projectile toss. Like, you'll always be able to just block the hydrant on reaction.
That's true, yeah. Catches the melon. Oh, wow, the
flying
down
over
there.
the pressure. I like it. I like how he initiated the up B. He was like, wait a minute, I can fly. Like, we're fine.
It's like up to the middle of games. He was like, wait a minute, I can fly.
There's a lot of trouble beneath me, so what should I do? Activate jetpack. Like, you're not the only one with old school games out here, Pac-Man.
We're both out of date. Let's go.
Q finally getting in with some pressure. Doesn't find a down smash. Maybe a grab here? Not quite. He decides to go, okay. And that's one thing I really find is maybe a bit questionable about Q's approach to it, is he decides a lot of times to, oh no.
Oh, the trampoline saving him from the up smash right there.
What I was going to say is he finds opportunities where he could put more pressure onto Pike and just go for a hard read. Or even just a soft read, but instead decides to go for more projectile setups and pressure.
Yeah, it's a kind of a lack of confidence in his reading ability.
Yeah, he's too comfortable with the combo pressure that he's able to input here. You can see he has a lot of ability to set up these combos and pressure. It's obviously quite rehearsed. No, not like this.
Hydrant snipe? Oh my gosh, I love the bounce arc he has on that hydrant. Forcing again, I have a jetpack. Just hiding up in the tree, the robot's natural habitat.
Oh, see, and that's what I'm talking about there. There was no up smash off that roll-in. You know, at this point, I'm pretty sure half you guys watching at home is like, he's gonna roll, but there's just nothing happening here.
Yeah, I'd like to see that recognition soon by Q of Pike's rolling habit as he closes the gap now.
For sure. It's really important, you know, and very difficult as well. When you're in the middle of a top competition like this, you have to keep in mind, okay, the strategies you're used to using, the strategies you're used to executing are very reliable, but you also have to make sure you're continuing to read your opponent.
Yeah, what I find is you don't really get to choose how you win in Smash. You only get to choose how you lose.
Right.
Because every option you pick, you're picking, okay, I don't think my opponent's going to do this, so this is safe to do. So you have to constantly be aware of how your opponent is choosing to lose at every given moment.
Oh, that's very cute. I like that. You know, making sure to put the platform under him. It's going to force the bounce regardless of if he's shielding or not. Lots of projectile pressure coming out here. We get the stun. No, we get the key. And that's it.
Oh, headshot.
Game.
Wow, and Q actually takes that.
Unlocks the victory to a game 3. There we go.
That was by the skin of his teeth, too.
Yeah, it was.
So that's also a little bit scary because now he has to play on Pike's counter pick.
I got to say, I'm a little surprised. He charged it all the way up.
Yeah.
First time using the key in that match. And it's really impressive to see, you know, maybe Pac-Man mains wouldn't find this impressive, but I find it incredibly impressive when you find a usage for all of Pac-Man's projectiles. Yeah. Because he used every single one in that match. Yes. I saw the apple, I saw the melon, I saw the key, I saw the bell. We saw everything. So it was just very impressive how he's able to utilize all those projectiles, but he saved the key to the very end. He was like, I see you, I see your power shield game is outrageous, so I'm only going to throw this one time.
Yeah.
And the time he did throw it, it clocked Rob in the back of the head, and he took the stock. So I'm very impressed with that, and it was very good.
I think part of the reason that worked is what you were saying earlier. All of the rest of Pac-Man's projectiles are very reactable, but the key comes out so fast. So after 2 games of just being able to react to everything that Pac-Man throws at you, to have to deal with the key where you actually need to proactively shield, caught Pike off guard.
That makes a lot of sense. Also, just that he threw it immediately.
Yeah.
He's like, I got this key. He's like, you know what? We out.
Yeah, it's the telegraph option, which is just so absurd that it works because it's too obvious.
We do see Game 3 on Battlefield here. So far, much more evenly matched than either of the previous games. Well, Game 2 was pretty evenly matched at the ending of it. But this is the most evenly matched opening that we've seen so far.
Oh, wow, the cherry blocking the top. Nice use. Again, yeah, Q is using every single item to some extent in this matchup. Right now, I think he is just relying on the cherries to just deal with the top pressure.
He wants something out there. He wants to keep throwing the hydrant at him. And let's once again revisit just how amazing Pike's shield is. He's power shielded 70% of the projectiles thrown at him, okay? And as a result, his shield has not diminished at all.
In fact, I think the main reason Q is finding his openings right now is he's calling out the moments that Pike wants to throw out laser, and that's when he's throwing out his own items to hit him during the recovery time.
This is hot. Hydrant coming in, that's a block right there. We don't see anything coming up from Pike. I was expecting maybe to forward air, something a little bit more ground-based pressure, but he just decides to take the laser, take it slow. He's been winning these neutral situations for the most part. But I don't like giving Pac-Man all this space to set up, because he has been getting broken in sometimes by this combo pressure.
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder how much this counter pick is really helping Rob in this situation. I would have expected maybe something more with, like, say, vertical kill ability, but never mind. That still works.
Yeah,
Rolling up smash.
Yeah, gets the roll behind him, beats out that jab, and takes a nice open opportunity for a slam dunk on the stock.
Going for the apple this time, looking for that diagonal angle. I see with the layout of Battlefield, he's able to make some play with the apples as well by jumping on platforms, but still pressuring the ground level in interesting angles.
Right. Here's the hydrant. No power shield there. He was a little bit worried now. Is Pike slowing down? Q's not slowing down at all.
Oh, and there we go, the key again. I think that is the key to victory in this matchup.
For sure. Get the percent up with the pressure combos and then find the key.
And what's impressive is we're looking at Q like halfway through game 3. Not a single grab has been used by him this entire set. He's making do without one critical option of the rock, paper, scissors.
Right now, Pike is slowing down, though. We do see him getting flustered. His shield has become much weaker in this last stock, and he's just not able to apply any counter pressure here, but he's starting up a juggle.
Yeah, nice frame trap there with the Nair into up tilt, catching Q's attempt to drop down and punish it.
I want Pike to really cover these options.
Oh my gosh, I think Q is dead.
This could be it. That's a spike.
That's
no, not even. That's it.
Needed.
Didn't even need it.
So unfortunate. Q clearly distraught over that.